Hi guys, my name is Christina and welcome back to another video. Today I'm doing another HR video. As you can tell by the title, we're going to be discussing a few branches within the HR department. I'm sorry if I sound kind of stuffy or sniffly. I am recovering from a cold and it's been a pain in the butt. Also, if you guys are not familiar, I do HR, reading, mommy videos here on my channel. Pretty much anything. It's kind of like a brain dump channel. But if you're interested in my videos and want to keep watching, please subscribe, join my little community. I'm thinking about posting more HR content because I've been having a lot more fun recording them. So why don't we go ahead and get started. If you guys aren't aware, I have been in the HR field for the past, well, this is gonna be my 6th year in the HR field, so about 6 years now, and I really like it. I don't regret choosing this major, this field to go into, but there are some things I wish I knew before going into a certain job or applying for a certain job in the HR department. So this is kind of a guide for those who are interested in joining HR but you don't know which department to go into. I'm an HR administrator. My company has like certain teams and I'm kind of like an HR administrator, but if I put it into like a better term, I'm considered more of a HR generalist. HR generalists usually do little bits of HR stuff from every single department, while an HR specialist only specializes in one department. My team and I do little jobs within every single branch in the HR department. So I'm just going to be talking about the more popular branches, at least the branches that my company has, because that's something I'm familiar with, something that I understand. And not every company has a bunch of HR departments. A lot of them do kind of like merge a few departments together. Like for example, some companies merge comp and benefits together. Well, we don't. We don't really have a comps department. Instead, my team just handles the compensation changes within the HRIS system. But let's go ahead and get started. So the first branch that I'd like to talk about is benefits. This is probably my second least favorite branch to deal with. It's just very annoying, and the only reason why it's annoying is because of the employees. It's not really the department itself or the tasks, it's just the employees that make the department not fun. So the benefits department is very self-explanatory. It's benefits. It's all your medical, dental information that you apply for when you get hired within the company. It's just sometimes I don't really enjoy this branch very much because employees come back complaining about the plan they chose, or complaining that they don't understand, or weren't providing enough information, even though all the information was provided to them. Booklets were mailed out and you should have done your research before picking a plan. So this is just a department that I've noticed that employees point fingers at and blame a lot of stuff on, even though the department had nothing to do with your mistakes. So it's just very stressful and I hate that so much, and I don't enjoy it. But it is part of the job and it's something I have to have a lot of patience in and put up a front and help out the employee throughout their issues. But another thing with benefits is that they go by a very strict policy, very strict rules. So just because you don't like a plan or something, it doesn't mean we could just change it for you. You would have to wait till open enrollment or whenever there's a life event within your family in order to make any changes to your benefits. It is a very difficult and very strict department. But that's pretty much benefits. It's very self-explanatory. It's your benefits, and that department is just not one of my favorites. The first non-favorite department, if that sentence makes any sense. My least favorite department of all time is the payroll department. So this department I don't do a lot of payroll, but my team, we are responsible for making compensation changes, transfers, entering and providing extra PTO within the HRIS system. Anything updating the system or employee's profile, my team handles. So if an employee got promoted, or his PTO was wrong and payroll notified us, we have to make the change in the system. We have to put in the promotion, we make the compensation change, and we have to notify payroll of all the bonuses, all the sign-up bonuses, all the merits, and all of that. So we kind of help payroll with everything, and they process the checks, they process the payments, but we have to enter all the information. We have to make sure everything is updated in the system, and it's just a lot of math. I don't mind math, but it's like elementary math, like, you know, addition, subtraction, and all that, but like it's still kind of annoying, and I just hate all the back and forth with the employee and payroll, and it's just so messy. And if the employee is not happy, if they weren't paid correctly, I wouldn't be happy either, but they once again point fingers, and it's just a very stressful environment. Every time I walk into when I used to go into the office and I would walk past payroll, those ladies deserve like coffee and chocolates and flowers and everything. Like seriously, they just look so miserable, and I feel so like, oh my god. But I never liked payroll. Even when I used to help the payroll department, I used to have a payroll internship back in college. I did not enjoy it at all. It was all very confusing, especially when it came to like taxes and withholding and all that, because every state also has its own rules, its own policies, and it's just so irritating because no one is very consistent at all, especially California. California has been a pain in my butt, but it's okay. But as payroll, it's also very self-explanatory, and I do assist the department at the moment. We don't really have a finance department anymore. Payroll and finance kind of merged together because there was no point in having two separate departments, but we also help them out as well. So these departments are something you should consider if you want to work within a certain department and or do little bits of everything. I personally recommend doing little bits of everything, just because when you go job hunting or you want to put something in your resume, it looks better that you have experience in every branch in every field compared to just one thing. So I like that. I like that I work within every single department, but there are times where it's like, I hate the fact that I have to do this part of my job, but it's okay. But it does really help guide you and teach you and show you different parts of HR, and you learn what it is you're good at, bad at, what you like, what you don't like. It's something I would recommend. So usually a lot of my friends who want to go into HR, I would always recommend an HR assistant position, a coordinator position, a generalist position. I wouldn't really recommend joining a certain department and staying there, because over time you do get bored and you want to try something new, but you don't know what to do, how to start, what skills you need. But if you're in a position where you do little bits of everything for each department, you kind of get the hang of things and you figure out what you like and don't like within each branch of HR. Next branch is talent and recruitment. This is a branch that I don't mind so much. And this, as you know, recruitment, they kind of they have job postings, they have to write out job requisitions. My team puts them into the system, and recruiters, do cold calling. They call employees, they do the interviews, and the managers do interviews, and the HR business partner does interviews. And within that branch, there's also hiring, there's also background checks and onboarding. My team kind of handles the background check part and the onboarding. Once the employee clears background checks, we do enter them into the HRIS system and they're onboarded. And usually from there, the managers take over. But I know a lot of companies, they also do like orientation and a few other things. And then our company, which I won't share the name due to privacy reasons, our talent management and recruitment team work together. So talent management, they kind of assist with all the training. They kind of do like orientation. I don't do any of that. All I do is provide the background check and onboard them into the HRIS system, and that's it. That's where I ended with that department. But I do enjoy that part of it. I do like the background check part, and I do like the onboarding. I like reaching out to the employee, letting them know, hey, you're good, you've been hired, here's your start date, this is what I need from you during your first week of work. But I'm not the biggest fan of interviews, being responsible for finding candidates for hundreds of job postings for the company. I just find that so stressful. I don't know how some recruiters do it for a very long time. I was a recruiter for about 3 months, and I was so happy that I didn't have to be in that job anymore. Sometimes within this branch, we also handle terminations. That's part of the talent part. My team handles all the terminations, except notifying the employee about involuntary terminations. That is the managers and HR business partners' job. We just do the termination within the system. And then we provide like the exit documents and exit surveys, exit interviews, and that's pretty much where my job ends with terminations. I do enjoy terminations. I just like cleaning out the system. It's kind of like decluttering the company, but not, if that makes any sense. But it's something I do like. It's probably the easiest part of my job. But when employees do contact my team, we don't really talk to them about why they were fired or termed. That is not our job. Only thing we can help them with or get them through is whatever's on their exit memo, which regards to when their benefits ends, when their last paycheck is, and all of that information. The next branch is training and development. This branch I don't really know much about. I don't really work super close with this department, but they do handle a lot of the training. Like, we have a lot of mechanics and laborers and drivers within our company, so they have like quarterly training and stuff to renew documentation and other things. So I know that the training department kind of helps with that, and I guess the development department helps with growing and developing the company. I know that also with the training and development department, they do offer classes. So if you were interested in certain parts of your job, or you want to move up, there are classes that the company does offer that you could take for free, and it's really, really nice. I wish this department was a bit larger and a bit more expanding, because like for my role, I can't get any classes within that department. It is more towards the little guys, kind of like the shop people, the drivers, the mechanics, because they have to do constant training and constant like document renewals and stuff. So there's also a lot of safety training, and I know this department also sends all employees to safety training stuff, and it's a lot. And the last department I kind of want to bring up is labor laws and legal. And my company, those two are together. They're kind of just the legal department, and they handle a lot. Like, I could not be in legal. Like, I know a lot of smaller companies, these are two separate departments. One department handles the labor relations issues, while the other one is just legal. But within my company, we have combined both of them together. I know the labor relations part of the department, they handle like culture issues, organizational issues. They try to make the employees happy. They also don't make us happy by telling us like, no, we can't do that. They write out the policies. They inform employees that we have certain policies we need to follow. You're not happy with it, nothing we can do about it. So the labor relations and legal, they kind of work together in my company, because we are such a large company and we have so many policies that we're constantly updating, redoing, and providing information on, that they just work together. And then legal, of course, is also self-explanatory. They are the law department, where they also have to follow every state's laws especially for a very large company that has branches scattered around the country. And so every state has their own laws, and there's also federal laws to follow, and it's very crazy. And we've had issues where my team had to involve legal because there were some documentations that were sent to my team. We weren't sure if we were allowed to fill them out and provide this information, so we had to go to legal for permission. And once they clear and approve the document, we go ahead and offer this information. It's very similar to like some of these documents that we need legal's permission for are regards to like the employee has been arrested or the employee has done damage to a property while on work for us. It's like that type of stuff, and legal handles the approvals. And once they approve, we're able to fill out a document, provide it back to the police department or whatever department sent it to us, and complete it. So we do work closely with legal. We don't always need to contact them. There are a few things that we know we can provide, but having legal close by with HR makes us feel a lot better. Safer. So these are the branches of HR that I want to discuss in this video today. Please let me know if you work in any of these branches and if you enjoy them. So far, if I were to pick a branch out of these 5 that I've mentioned that I like the most, it might be the talent and training and development branches, just because I do like the onboarding part, I do like the termination part, I like updating the HRIS system. I find it a lot of fun. And my least favorite will probably be payroll and benefits because it's just so hectic, but it does keep you on your toes. So if you like a very crazy work environment where you're constantly busy and handling employee complaints, those are departments for you. I know a lot of companies, these branches aren't as crazy, but mine is. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys again next week with another video. Bye.